Welcome to CBTV.
IELTS Speaking Practice Part 1. Topic: Work. Are you a student or are you working? Well, for the past couple of years, I've been working as an auditor at KMBG, which is among the top 4 auditing firms in Vietnam. I love my job and I think it's very interesting line of work. What do you like about your job? Well, I guess the thing I like most about my job is the salary. I make what I would consider is a lucrative income, which means not only it is enough to cover my bills, but there are also some extra to spend on whatever I want. So on payday, I often treat myself to a meal at a high-end restaurant or splurge on a nice shirt. Do you dislike about your job? You know, I have to say the overwhelming workload is something I'm not a fan of. I mean, I've got a very hectic schedule, which means I'm always up to my ears in deadlines that leave me with very little quality time for family and friends. In the future, I might look into another job that is a bit less stressful. What do you do after work? Well, when we get off work, my colleagues and I usually hit the bar and grab a couple of drinks and maybe a bite to eat if we are feeling up to it. It's great fun and a fantastic way to unwind. So, từ mới đây nha các bạn nha, vocabulary highlights, line of work là nghề ha. A lucrative income, lương lậu ngon. Cover my bills, trả tiền hóa đơn, điện nước, tiền điện, thuê nhà rồi kia đó ha. Payday là ngày lãnh lương. Treat myself to something, tự thưởng cho bản thân mình cái gì. Splurge on something, vung tiền vào cái gì. Hectic schedule là lịch làm việc dày dặn. Up to my ears in, bận ngập đầu. Quality time, thời gian riêng tư. Hit the bar, đi uống. A bite to it là đồ ăn ha. Unwind là thư giãn, xả stress. Ok. Khi mà học thì nhớ combo các từ liên quan đến nhau thay vì từ đơn lẻ để trả lời được dài và chất hơn. Ví dụ như mình nói về tiền nong thì mình sẽ nói là lucrative income to cover bills on payday, so I would treat myself or splurge on a nice shirt. Remember? Nói về bận rộn thì mình có hectic schedule, so I'm always up to my ears in deadlines. Okay? Nói về đi chơi thì mình có là hit the bar, grab a couple of drinks, grab a bite to eat, or to unwind. Okay? Next one, chủ đề 3, robots. Okay? So are you interested in robots? Yes, robotic engineering is something I take a keen interest in. Đọc hướng dẫn đi. I actually subscribe to a journal dedicated entirely to robots called The Robot Workshop. The other day I read a really interesting article about how robots can be used to perform surgery. Do you like robots to work at your home? I think it's a brilliant idea. I'm quite lazy, so household chores like cleaning or cooking are a real hassle. I would prefer to have a robot. Actually, we have a robotic vacuum cleaner at our house, so it's truly a lifesaver. Do you want to take a car? Which robot is a driver? Well, you know, nowadays, self-driving cars are certainly not a strange topic anymore. AI has gotten more sophisticated and it's more than capable of navigating addresses and controlling vehicles. However, I gotta say, I don't really feel comfortable letting robots take the wheel. I think they are not 100% reliable and may not handle dangerous situations like slippery roads as well as a human driver does. So, for now, I still prefer to drive manually. 4. Will robots replace human being in the workplace completely? Well, these days, human labor is being marginalized by automation in the workplace, especially in manufacturing. Labor-intensive tasks can be done by machine with ease and precision. However, there are always things that require the delicate touch of a human hand. For example, a handmade shirt always has more soul than a machine-made one. So vocabulary highlights here. Robotics engineering, công nghệ robot. Subscribe to something, đăng ký một dịch vụ nào đó. Journal, báo chuyên ngành. Perform a surgery, làm phẫu thuật. A real hassle, một việc phiền phức. A lifesaver, một đồ vật rất hữu ích làm cho cuộc sống đơn giản hơn. Self-driving cars, xe tự lái. Navigate, định vị. Take the wheel, cầm lái. Drive, manually, tự lái. Marginalize, làm cho kém quan trọng hơn. Labor intensive task, công việc tốn sức. The delicate touch of a human hand, sự cẩn thận của bàn tay con người. Handmade and machine made, làm bằng tay hoặc làm bằng máy, okay? Topic 4, celebrities. Who is your favorite celebrities in your country? Well, I would have to say I'm a big fan of Tung MTP, a prominent pop singer in Vietnam. His music is fantastic and he also has a very nice personality. Even though he's got a bad rap about copying other people's music, I gotta say I'm still a die-hard fan. How do celebrities influence their fans in your country? Well, for the most part, people, especially teenagers, tend to imitate their idols. I mean, they want to wear the same fashion or act in the same way as their favorite celebrities. So, for example, if a celebrity endorses a certain product, it is going to sell like hotcakes. Would you like to be a celebrity? Why? Well, the idea certainly sounds tempting. Personally, I'd love to be in the limelight. I would be able to make a killing by doing show and starring in commercials. Ever since I was a child, I've dreamt of being featured on the cover of popular magazines. Do you think we should protect famous people's privacy? Definitely, as much as we love prying into other people's lives, I think we should respect celebrities' privacy. I know a few famous people got traumatized from being photographed all the time by paparazzi. Vocabulary highlights. Prominent, nổi tiếng. A bad rap, tiếng xấu tai tiếng. Die-hard fan cuồng. Imitate, bắt chước ai vua. Endorse, quảng cáo một sản phẩm. Sell like hotcakes, bán chạy. In the limelight, được dư luận chú ý. Make a killing, kiếm được nhiều tiền. Do shows, diễn show. Star in something, đóng diễn xuất. To be featured in or to be featured on, được xuất hiện ở đâu đó. Pry into, bới móc, soi mói. Traumatized, bị sốc tâm lý nặng. Okay? So the next topics, leisure times. Do you have any hobbies? Well, everyone has their own leisure pursuits, and mine is reading. The book I'm reading at the moment is The Godfather by the renowned author Mario Puzo. It's a classic, really, and I really recommend it. It's important to have a hobby. Definitely. I mean, nowadays life is getting more and more hectic, so people are constantly under an enormous amount of stress. That's why it's necessary to get into some recreational activities to unwind and just forget about life for a minute, you know. Is it harmful to spend too much time on a hobby? Yes, I believe spending excessive time on a hobby may have an adverse effects on people. You may end up having not enough time for your priorities like families or work. For example, it's easy for me to lose myself in books and neglect the deadlines at work. What free time activities would you like to try in the future? I would like to have a crack at extreme sports in the future, maybe skydiving. It looked like a blast, and I think I will get a real kick out of free falling from enormous heights. Vocabulary highlights: leisure pursuits, recreational activities, sở thích, hoạt động giải trí. A classic, một tác phẩm kinh điển, a book, a song, a movie. So we're gonna say a classic. Hectic, hối hả. Unwind, thư giãn. Have an adverse effect on somebody, gây ảnh hưởng xấu tới ai đó. Lose myself in something, so đắm chìm một cái gì đó. Have a crack at, thử làm cái gì đó. A blast, I have a blast. It looks like a blast, rất vui. Get a kick out of something, làm gì đó rất vui. Okay, so it looked like a blast. Nothing, I will get a real kick out of free falling from enormous heights. Patience. What do you think patience is? Well, I think patience is virtual. Unfortunately, nowadays, most people are quite impatient. For example, many people want to get rich quickly, but are willing to get their hands dirty, so they always complain about how harsh life is. Do you think patience is important? Absolutely, I think it's a quality that everyone should try to learn. Learning to wait until timing is right is the key to success, in my opinion. In fact, most successful entrepreneurs are very patient people. Do you think being patient is an important part of being polite? Yes. I think patience is an indicator of politeness. I mean, a polite person would never choose something out for keeping them waiting. If there's a good excuse for being late, a polite person should be willing to overlook such minor mistakes. Have you ever lost your patience? Yes. Yeah, without a doubt. There have certainly been times when I lost my cool. For example, there was this one time when I had to wait forever to be seated at a popular restaurant. Then someone suddenly cut in line, and that really ticked me off. Virtual, đức tính tốt. Get one's hand dirty, lao động làm việc nặng. Quality, phẩm chất. Wait until the timing is right, đợi đến khi thời cơ chín mùi. Wait until the timing is right. Choose something out. Mắng chửi ai đó, oh my god. Choose something out. I would never choose something out for keeping them waiting. Overlook, châm trước, bỏ qua. Lose my cool, giận mất bình tĩnh. And cut in line, chen hàng. Toy. What were your favorite toys in childhood? Well, to be honest, I was kind of a spoiled kid. My parents used to pamper me with all kinds of toys, but my favorite was this Power Ranger action figure. I'm a big fan of the franchise, so when I got the toy, I was elated. I still have it in my living room, actually. Should parents buy many toys for their children? Personally, I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, if parents indulge their children and just buy whatever toy they like, the kids are likely to develop a habit of pestering their parents for things, and that's definitely not a good thing. What are benefits of children playing toys? People often think of toys as being detrimental to kids, but I think they can benefit children's development in some way. Educational toys like building blocks can actually boost the cognitive development of small kids. For example, my brothers used to with Legos a lot when he was small, and he's a very creative person. What are disadvantages of children playing toys? Toy can be time consuming. Children often lose track of time when they play with toys, and as a result, they may not have enough time for other priorities such as study, for example. Vocabulary highlights. Spoil kid, đứa trẻ hư được chiều. Pamper somebody with something, chiều chuộng ai bằng cái gì. Action figure, đồ chơi hành động kiểu siêu nhân. Indulge, chiều chuộng. Better, vội vĩnh. Detrimental, có hại bằng với harmful. Okay? Boost the cognitive development, đẩy mạnh quá trình phát triển não. Lose track of time, quên hết giờ giấc. Okay, so that's it for today. Bye bye.